This is EDL 850. Hi, this is Tanner Rainbolt. This is EDL 850 module number 1. I currently am a physical education and health teacher in Gardner, Kansas. I teach at Wheat Ridge Middle School. This is my 4th year teaching within the district. I am also the head 8th grade football and basketball coach. I serve as the elective team leader, so I am essentially the voice for all other elective teachers within our building. I also am part of the building leadership team, so me and the 2 principals and about 3 or 4 other teachers within the building help make decisions, whether it be what we're doing for professional development, certain events within our school, things that are coming up on the calendar, proposed changes for next year, things like that. Our building integration team meets once a month. We go to an 8-hour training, just really over the KISA process, and that's kind of been an ongoing thing. Just, we learn all this information and take it back to our staff and teach them about it. When it comes to the demographics, my school has about 500 students. The average class size is usually about 25 for a typical general education classroom. For my classroom, for PE, it's usually a little bit bigger because we do see every kid in the school. So my classes, sometimes they can be less than 25. I could have 15 to 17. I've had classes where I've had 44 8th grade boys. So it just kind of varies for my physical education class. When it comes to the Gardner Edgerton School District, there's 11 elementary schools, 3 middle schools, and 1 high school. So it's just a little bit about my school and my school district. When it comes to a critical reflection about my administrators, I looked up a couple different laws, state and federal, and just some school policies within our adopted school board. When it comes to school attendance or truancy, I think our principals do a really good job with that. It's not really a huge issue at our school, but when kids are gone for a certain amount of days, we're on top of sending letters home to parents, communicating with them through, via phone, or we even send our SRO to talk with the students' parents. Like I said, it hasn't really been an issue. I think they do a really good job with that. When it comes to, privacy of school records, I also think they do a fantastic job. We never use first and last names, whether in writing and in emails or anything like that. It's always initials. Everything's really kept private. If you have that student, you get a copy of the IEP 504 behavioral plan, things like that. But if you don't have the student, it's not getting passed around. So I think they do a good job with, respecting students, respecting their needs, and their privacy. When it comes to students succeeding, I don't think it matters within our school. Our administrator set a good example. It doesn't matter what the ethnicity, what the disability is. They expect the teachers to provide a positive learning environment for everybody, and an environment where everybody can be successful. So I think they do a good job with that. When it comes to the school policies, the first one about dress code, I do think they do not do a great job on this. I have students come into our school, wearing inappropriate things on their t-shirt. Guys might be, sagging their pants. Girls sometimes aren't wearing appropriate clothing items. I don't think we do a good job of enforcing our dress code. When it comes to bullying, they investigate everything. I think they do a good job. But I do think this is one where everybody can improve, especially in what's going on around, the United States right now, just to continue to, see things before they happen and prevent things before they happen. I don't think there's anybody out there that says that they got this down 100%. So I think that's something that our administrators can work on as well. When it comes to, searching property for drugs, weapons, inappropriate things, contraband, stuff like that. Haven't had an issue with that in our school, but I know our principals know, that policy. It's happened a couple times in the 4 years I've been there, and, they follow the protocol and they know what's going on with that. So I think they do a good job with, searching property. Critiquing myself, I'm aware of certain policies when it comes to our school board, just because I'm a part of that building integration team and that building leadership team. Just having access to certain policies and documents. Um, when it comes to state and federal laws, I really didn't know too much of it. I had to research it before I put this presentation together. Some of the stuff makes sense that you've heard before, definitely, but something like I definitely need to improve on. And just when we have those protocols and those policies, just having a more thorough plan of what step by step, how to follow it. When it comes to the plan of action, I'd say since I am a part of those teams, just requesting and learning more about those school board policies so that I know all of them and know the protocols and things to follow. I also plan on reading this book for this class. I've already started the first couple chapters. Just familiarizing myself with the state and federal laws, whether that be within the book or researching things like I did before this presentation. We want all of our educators to be lifelong learners. So just constantly, being aware of things that are happening, being aware of the certain policies that could come into play, things in that nature. So that was my presentation on EDL, module number 1, school law. Thanks.